Therapy Thursday is on 888-429-0941. It's where we help with our fake brilliance. All right?
What?
It's not fake.
It's kind of fake.
Brilliant like Dr. Nick.
It's built for radio. Davi MD. Meredith the Doc.
The realness.
Orlando in all of his lab coatness. We are here for you. We got a call on here from a no-name that wants a male perspective. Somebody actually wrote us and said that you guys are pretty cold when it comes down to Therapy Thursday. I was offended, but I was low-key kind of like, felt like it was a compliment.
We're realists.
Like we should be cold for this because you should get the brass tacks, the real from the docs. So no name, you are on the air. What you got for us?
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice, thank you. So I'm in a bit of an entanglement.
Ooh, hey.
So I wanted to know if I should still go with my guts or I should believe the person. So I have someone in my life, and recently my husband, when I said I'm in entanglement, got a picture sent to him on Messenger of me and the person in my life. I never told my husband about this person being in my life. So I was a bit shocked when my husband said he received a photo of the two of us. So I'm wondering, automatically, I thought it's the person sent the photo to my husband, which I don't have any proof because my husband said it's a female profile, send the picture to him. But then I started thinking he could easily make a fake profile and send the photo to my husband.
Well, but let's not worry about who sent it. Like, I don't think that's the big thing. I think you skipping past the lead. The lead is you're married and you have an entanglement. Which one, if you had to choose one? Like, I mean, we could just keep it funky. I mean, everybody's listening, but it's just between you and us. Mm-hmm. It's a personal conversation. Uh-huh. If you had to choose, which one you choose?
I like him. I want to keep him. But the thing is, I told him that I feel it's him, and he's arguing with me saying it's not him. So anyhow, he just break off everything with me and not talking to me now for over a week. He doesn't come and say, babe, it's not me. I hope you could believe me. Nothing like that.
I think you should stop worrying about who sent the picture because I mean it is.
I am not worried about who sent it anymore. But the thing is, he's not talking to me anymore. So I feel like he really did it.
He did do it. I think he did do it. What happened, in my opinion, what happened was he started this entanglement and he was okay dealing with a married woman. But after time goes by, his feelings started to grow, and now he's at the point that he's trying to sabotage your relationship. That's why he's being so cold, because he's in his feelings and he's hurt.
Saboteur.
Yeah. So, and can you trust a person who steps over that line? That's what you got to ask yourself, because if you're married and you don't want your husband knowing about your dang entanglements or whatever, then you don't want that person getting caught up in their feelings and sending missives over to your man. So now you got to ask yourself if you can actually trust this person. That's the hard part. The only part that you can answer as well. We can give you male perspective. Yeah, it's probably the dude. Yeah, he probably wants more, wants to eliminate the competition. But realistically, it's about you trusting him. Because if you can't lay down or hang out with him and him not send copies to your husband, then you really in trouble every week.
This might be a dumb question, but is there any level that your husband is, I don't want to say okay with it, but he could kind of turn a blind eye to this? Could you possibly, him now knowing, still entertain the side piece?
No, my husband and I were on an agreement that it's one of those things that the divorce have to process, but it takes time.
Oh,
so he's okay with you having a little something.
They're separating.
No, my husband and I are separated.
Okay, well, yeah, you're good. Yeah, but your guy did send it out there.
Yeah, that's dirty.
He did.
He did send it out there.
Said
yeah,
too. He did send it out there.
He was trying to slam. Every guy out there who's messing around with you probably is thinking that you're doing the same thing with that man that you say you divorcing, but it's taking so much time. So he just wanted to eliminate him in any kind of way. So that's where that came from, and that's a trust issue. So I would be looking at him sideways.
By the way, I think last week Tuesday on March 22nd, 2022, I was the one that called and asked a lady about the person in my life.
I know. I can tell by your accent. I knew it was you.
February.
I know it was you. Talking about no name. We know your name. No, I'm just playing. All right, sweetie. I appreciate you. Let's see. 888-429-0941. This is for you, Dr. Meredith.
Yes.
My girl and I have a healthy sex life. I can't count how many times we've done the do. We do it a lot.
Oh.
But I can tell you how many times we've kissed, maybe 3 times in the last month. Should I be concerned about how good we got it if we don't show our out-of-bed affection the right way?
It depends on how long you've been together. I mean, just as an example, it's not like my man and I are like kissing like all the time. You know what I mean? It just depends on how long you've been with the person. I feel like new love, it's easy to hook up a lot more and you want to kiss and cuddle and snuggle and do all the cutie stuff. But you know, it's normal as just a relationship goes on, you know, or you have children or anything like that, you know, you stop being as romantic. You can get back to where you were if that's something that bothers you, you know, just you got to bring it up. You got to be like, hey, I miss this kind of intimacy. I don't necessarily always want it to lead to sex. I miss, you know, you holding my hand or just grabbing me just for a cute kiss.
This ain't a lead, though. They hunching without the kissing.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
Who do that? Well, y'all.
Some people start with that, but then it doesn't mix in there a little afterwards.
Man, if you hunching, you get 100 kisses per hunt.
Don't you think guys are
Nah.
like that?
That's the way you do it, man.
No, because you have to switch it up. So if you're 100 kisses per hunch person, then you gotta switch it up and do no kisses. You gotta keep it spicy. You don't know what's coming next.
I know it's not coming. We ain't kissing. Andy kissed that lady 3 times in a month.
Yeah.
Like, you don't love me.
No, that's why you got to bring it up, because if that's one of your love languages and now you feel unloved, that's not a good thing.
My love language is tongue. Then come on, get it. Come and get it. All right, let's see what we got.
We got a text out to 352. It says, "Good morning, Freak Show. This is for the people in the room with children. How do you handle the terrible twos, the tantrums, the hitting, the screaming? I mean, my 2-year-old I'll tell him something and he'll be like, Mom, relax, or leave me alone. I have major anxiety leaving him at daycare every day, and I feel like I'm failing as a mother."
Oh, man, I've been there. That was me with my first daughter, and I'm just getting into it right now with my second daughter. She's starting to, like, hit a little bit. Me, like, went and pick her up because they don't know how to express their feelings. They can't fully, you know, talk in complete sentences. So, you know, they lash out with, you know, yelling and tantrums and hitting sometimes. Ultimately, you know, things are just you got to imagine things are just going to be okay. This is a very common problem. It's not just you. It's not just your kid. A lot of kids go through this at different stages. So I would kind of just, you know, each day, just take it day by day and do the best that you can, because you know what? It's going to get better.
Man, mush that baby in the face.
No, stop.
That's all you got to do.
You were teaching them to
terrible
hit.
twos, you mush them. If they hit, you hit them back.
Okay.
I went through that with 2 children. The terrible twos, they tend to swing, they tend to throw tantrums, and if they screamed, I would scream. If they would, I would look at them and say,
I've done that,
yeah. And they would stop screaming and look at you like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you should learn. And
Yeah.
they learned that it wasn't cool to do because I would get down there and do it too.
Depends on how old they are. That'll work if they're a little bit older.
Terrible
but if you're
twos.
just at 2, at like they just turned,
Mush them in the face.
it's sometimes it doesn't work.
Right there. Just
So
mush them in the
take
face.
it day by day and don't blame yourself.
Put your hands on. That's what I say.
I've been married for 18 years, but I've been with my husband for 20. We've had very many marital issues, and we've tried to work it out time and time again. However, I recently reconnected with my first love, and we want to build a future together, but I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do since my husband is sick. Please tell me what to do, Freak Show.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, the guilt.
Well,
It sounds like you already are there to make it. I mean, it sounds like you want to. You've already thought about it. You're in motions to do it.
Well,
You're planning a future with somebody else.
you need to stop. I think you need to stop, and you need to figure out first and foremost, you can't toe the line with your marriage. You're
Right.
either in or you're out. So as it stands right now, you have a sick husband. So before you make the decision of if I'm going to rebuild with my first love, the first decision needs to be, am I leaving my sick husband?
Abandoning would be a good word.
But one question that might be more apropos is how long my sick husband got. Like, I mean, if it's like something terminal, and I'm just being peaceful because I'm a good partner, we've been together 20 years. Maybe I can wait. If this is your long lost love and they've been gone this long, they might be able to wait 6 months. They might. I mean, just time it out. I ain't saying kill him. But I'm saying if he's,
I'm just I can't even believe you.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you saying? Just wait him out.
If you're sick, I mean, what's the definition of sick? I'm saying if sick means that this is gonna exit,
right.
then give him his just due and let him go.
Well, sometimes that's prolonged. Say the doctor gives him 3 months, and then it's 5 years.
Still, but you've waited
and
this long.
You're unhappy for 5 years.
This unrequited love has waited so long. It could wait a little bit longer for you to be able to close up the chapter that you're in. Is what I'm saying.
I get that.
It's a nice way of saying it, but I'm like, no, like he might not have a long time. So like, yeah.
Also, remember, grass is always greener. So take a step back and reassess.
It's not always greener. It's
not always
greener.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Think that says, yeah. Meredith giving the bad advice. Grass is always greener.
I need the opposite way.
Look through the gate, and if that grass is green, jump over that fence. Jump over that fence right there. All right, we got a no name on the phone. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Cold feet.
Hi. Good morning.
Hey, what's up? What you got for us?
My child and her father in the same birth month, and I'm sorry because I will get emotional. They share the same birth month. Their birthday is 3 days apart. We have been separated for a few years now. Ever since we separated and he started a new life with his new partner, he's not one to text to see how his daughter is, to try to see her. I know his family always throws a party for him. He doesn't try to see our daughter until like a week or two after her birthday. I feel like I'm a terrible parent for helping him out. Just come around whenever he wants. He only comes around when him and his new partner are fighting. Like
only comes around. Let me ask before you continue. Only comes around to see your daughter, or only comes around to see you when the.
No. What he comes around to see his daughter.
Okay.
Whenever we do meet up for him having his time, I separate myself from that. My daughter is little. I know how he is, so. Whenever I would be around his kids, because he has older kids, besides my child, I didn't agree to his parenting. There has so many times where my daughter would hurt and fall from stuff like a swing or a slide, and he wouldn't go pick up our child. I would have to run to where my child was to pick up my child when she would fall and hurt herself. So
he's not watching her.
So he has
while you're there.
Yeah.
His kids would watch my child better than he would, him being the parent.
Yeah. So, and this isn't a surprise to you because you've seen how he's acting.
Because I've witnessed is why I'm there to supervise. It's not even me and him having a conversation. And I tell him, me and you don't have to be friends, but be there for your child because at the end of the day, it's about her, not me and you. Whatever you did, hey. You're living your life. Go ahead.
Okay, but let us give you a little help here because what I want you to do is we're gonna find you a way to unburden yourself of this, okay? Because you're carrying a lot. I can hear it in your voice, like you care about this.
I've gone through the same thing with my father. My father did not come and reach out till he died. He died. When he reached out.
I understand
I don't want my daughter to go through the same.
But I get it. We want the best for our children. But what you can't do is you can't make him do the right thing. You can't make that happen. You can give him advice, but you said you guys aren't on a great personal level. So he's not listening to you, and he's not a great parent because you've said a bunch of examples on why he's failing at that. So realistically, you kind of have to. It's going to suck, but you kind of have to take it for what its warts are and just correct it on your side and be there to protect her. You're doing it correctly, but just don't expect him to change for you because he's not. If he's not doing it for his daughter, which is the main reason he should be, he's not going to listen to you. He's just cut different and built different. So you have to just kind of look past his flaws and just make sure she's winning with you. Make sure her quality time with you is going to be the best, and then hopefully he'll be jealous and try and level up to that.
Be better and do better.
Yeah, you're carrying around a lot of weight on your. I hear it.
I send him an invitation for her birthday, and he will not show up.
And then this year, their birthday's coming up again, and I don't even know if I should invite him. And I still get called a bitter mom. And I know I do my part.
But then, if you know what you're doing, then honestly, don't let the words matter to you. You know what you're doing. He's hurt. He's spiteful. He's misguided, whatever you want to call it. But it's not accurate. You know what you're doing, so continue doing that. And just ignore that part. Don't send the invitation. If he's not, if you invited him a few years, don't send it.
Right.
But I'm saying you have to find ways to get this off of your shoulders, because the pain that you're going through, it's going to drive you crazy. And then he's going to be right. He's calling you crazy, and now you're going to be crazy. So you don't want to join. You don't want to make him right. So let that go. Let that go. Let this angry, non-participatory guy go do what he does, and you just thrive with your daughter.
Yeah.
And when he wants to wake up and come around, like you said, you don't want it to be too late like your father did, but honestly, you can't control that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to let that go, because you can't be happy if you're carrying around all this baggage.
Yeah, you can't control what somebody else does.
And I'm not even talking about a relationship. I'm just talking about happy in life. You can't be happy
I know,
carrying
I
all
get
that
it.
around. Because you about to cry now.
And the next
Like,
time
you don't wanna do
next time he gets in a fight with his girl, and then all of a sudden wants to come spend some time with you guys, don't be so accommodating.
Yeah.
Don't be
You
available, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's another thing. He would get so mad when I
okay.
wouldn't. I'm like, hey, I'm working. I get out of work late too.
But we don't care about him. Everybody who's listening is going to collectively tell you we don't care about his getting mad.
Right.
He hasn't earned the right to get mad. So now we're not going to really care about that. He doesn't pay your bills. He doesn't do any type of control on your side. So let that go. Do what you're doing. And he has lost his privileges. Treat it like Survivor. Extinguish your torch. It's time for you to get off the island.
Yep.
You got to go.
Bye.
Well, thank you guys, and I do listen to you guys every morning, and my kids too, and I enjoy
Oh.
Well,
therapy.
thank you so much, girl. And do what you got to do to get that happiness back, so you don't have to feel that weight. Okay. All right, girl.
Have a great day.
You too. That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Bad parenting, I guess, coupling issue.
You can't make somebody do the right thing. though.
No, but I mean, personally, I would still send an invitation. If he wants to show up, that's totally fine. But, you got to be mother and father, it sounds like, at that point.
How many times you gonna ignore us before I'm gonna stop sending that invite?
I know, but you can. I personally wouldn't do it. I would still send an invite. I don't need to talk to you. Do not come looking for affection from me ever, because you're having issues in your relationship. But if you want to be here for your daughter, she's here. And that's it. I'll leave the door open so you can visit your daughter. But me, I'm cut off.
I'm slamming doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you only
I
got a
get
couple
that.
times to ignore my child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard not to
and
be
when
like
she
that.
becomes one of the Venus or Serenas or something out here,
There you
don't you come around here now. Don't you